Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of CookieCast. Today on CookieCast, it's the Formula 1 podcast straight to the egg picks. And if I could play music right now, I'd be playing The Boys Are Back in Town. That's right. After a forced hiatus, the boys are back. Races are back. Everything is back to normal, just the way we like it. Formula 1 coming your way, and the guys have got you covered. Before we get started, please do consider like, share, subscribe, and comment. Leave a review where you can leave a review. Share that podcast around. If you are listening to this, you like the Formula 1. If you like the Formula 1, you might know someone who likes the Formula 1. And they are in the mood for some podcast goodness. Send this their way. Be their hero. Right, let's get started. Here we go. This is CookieCast, straight to the apex.
Good evening. Technical issues as I can say Zoom because there are other video podcasting sites available, but Zoom have decided to move the record button. So
yeah,
maybe
sorry, that was I'll go to one of the other ones.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, unless you want to sponsor us, and we'll stay. Welcome to Straight to the Apex, season 5. Season 5, episode 6. Joining me as always, crazy. Joining me as always, it's Mr. Tony. My hair is going out of control. Rawson.
Hi.
And also joining me is I'm a dad of 2. I'm still fit, and look at me. I'm a beautiful specimen in a Rover's top. James Stainforth.
It's like a curse.
It must
You
be.
all want a bit. I can't blame you.
How can you walk down the street and not be bombarded by beautiful, beautiful men? I mean, women. I said women, or both.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was walking down the street and there was Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock, I know what I said last time I was asked this, and I don't think I can say that on this podcast.
No.
I know what I would do, but if I'm going to be generous and say I can only pick one, that's a tough call.
Is it? Is it really?
What do you do when you watch The Proposal? Because obviously they're both in that. Is that?
I've never got all the way to the end. Most of the time I get past the opening credits and the ceiling looks like a Jackson Pollock's painting.
I mean, when they're both walking naked and they get in the shower, I bet you're like, wow.
That's it. Never seen it past that point.
No, I can only imagine. I don't want to imagine. No, I don't want to imagine. This isn't a smutty podcast. This is an actual Formula 1 podcast. We're going to talk about Formula 1 race. It's been quite a few weeks. Obviously, things going on in the world. I can't really slag off the person that's causing these because I will be in his country on Saturday. So I've got to be very careful what I say. Mr. Tangerine Man. Let's just leave it there. Please don't retract my Esther. Please.
Tangerine Man. Bomber down for me. Sorry.
That's okay. So, Miami. Not one of our favourites. Seems to be a caring theme. Probably not a race any of us will go to because it is for the prestigious non-fan. Let's be honest, it's for celebs. It's silly money. They've still got a fake marina that's blue sheeted with boats on top, which fucking really drives me insane.
Water in there.
I mean, it's Miami. It's on a peninsula of Florida. Guess what that's surrounded by? Yes, water. Fucking puts them in. But no, We put blue sheets down and we put a load of massive ass yachts on. Just enrages me. Although one thing did amuse me today. Did you know that you could watch 4 corners of the Miami race on the Miami traffic cams?
Yep. Still.
What? There's
some traffic cams around Miami Dolphin Stadium, and because it's America and because they love, I'm going to set off from work or I'm going to go to work, I'll just check the traffic cams because they're idiots. You can watch some of the Formula One race on the Miami traffic cams. Granted, it's one corner. I think there's 4 cameras where you can see the track. But yes, you could literally watch some of the race for free on miamitrafficcams.org or whatever the website is.
Hilarious.
America. Yeah, great.
Wow.
Hilarious.
So we had a long sprint weekend. Bit of jeopardy throughout the weekend. I mean, I'll flit in between, but the race was brought forward 3 hours on Sunday because Americans again can't do anything when it's lightning or storms or thank you. I'm just getting handed a cup of tea. Thank you very much.
Hi, Kitty.
Hi.
She said hello.
What even hand into the screen? Just like a little
gone. Literally gone. Don't want to be on screen.
That's love. That's love.
So yeah, 3 hours it got brought forward because Americans can't do anything when it's the threat of lightning in the area. It was going to downpour. It was potentially getting cancelled because of the rain. Don't think we saw a drop of rain. We did before the race.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, it was an eventful weekend. A few little bits to talk about. Not our favourite race. Guys, what do you think as a whole of the weekend? I'm going to go James first. Because I know Tony's feelings. I can see his face. But we'll go.
Okay, so what I will say is, as a new dad again, with a 7-week-old, I was fucking grateful that the race got brought forward 3 hours because I was already sitting there thinking, I ain't going to see the second lap.
Nope.
I mean, first, I'm lucky if I see 9 o'clock at the moment. I thought the start was good. It was a nice, juicy beginning. And then it became Miami.
Yeah.
I would also like to say kudos to the cameraman in the pit walk, who instead of focusing on Jenson Button and the person he was interviewing, actually turned the camera towards that model who was just walking by and just stayed on her as long as he could.
He's also cost the McLaren mechanic that was absolutely gawping at her. Probably a divorce or a very long explanation when he gets home because he literally was like, yeah, he's dead.
He also like nudges mate as well. On the other end, he's like,
he is dead because it's not like it's on Ted's notebook where he can quickly say, "Oh, she won't watch that." It was on the live feed of the race. Tony, what did you think?
Yeah, that probably was the best bit of the whole weekend, really. Start was good, entertaining. The McLarens are back. Aston Martin reach a new low. F2 slowest F2 time was still quicker than the fastest Aston Martin qualifying time.
I mean, while you're there, I was going to talk about this in the race, but let's talk about that. As a Formula One team, where you've spent millions on the right staff, poaching people, wind tunnel. I mean, like I say, we talk about it time and time again. Tony was chips all in. He was all in on Aston Martin. he said good times are coming. It was going to be the start of an absolute domination, and what we've seen is every single F2 car was quicker than their Formula One car.
Terrible. I opened the cupboard the other day, and there was my Aston Martin hat, and I just looked at it, just shook my head with shame, just like, what have you done?
When you threw it across the room, was it even slow then? Like
I just thought yeah. Let's just leave it here. It's sad. It's really sad. God knows what's going on behind the scenes. They didn't bring every other team brought an update. They didn't. Yeah, it feels like they've given up already.
Yeah, I mean,
on this season.
I'd hate to see if this was them trying, to be brutally honest, because it's Lance Stroll looks so uninterested. Fernando Alonso has never had a child, decided, fuck it, now is the time to go have my first baby, because he's probably that bored. I mean, to be honest, he probably had his wife in the car with him and they conceived that baby in the car because there's nothing else to do for 52 laps.
It's a sorry state. It's a
awful.
Sorry state for Aftermath. Yeah.
It's embarrassing when Cadillac, a new team, is faster than you. I mean, Audi kind of had an head start because they were Sauber and they've turned into Audi. But Cadillac, brand new American team, was going to be, I think they were 4 or 5 seconds off in testing, and they're now in front of you.
Yeah, it's not getting any better, is it? So
I can't even laugh. It almost feels awkward.
Yeah.
Feels like
that bad now.
Mm.
That's like how the jokes, like, what more can you laugh about?
No,
not even Lance Stroll's funny anymore. It's just
I don't think he's ever been.
Got Sesame Street eyebrows.
Yeah.
Well, so we're going all over tonight because I think there's not really much to talk about in the race, and we will kind of briefly touch on the weekend's action. But obviously, they've had 5 weeks, kind of a mini break. A lot of teams brought updates, apart from Aston Martin. What's your guys' thoughts on, like you say, McLaren being back in the mix, Red Bull being up there, Mercedes possibly taking a step back, Ferrari bringing the most updates and possibly taking a step back, kind of as a weekend as a whole, and because Formula One moves at such a fast pace, and like I say, we've had 5 weeks off, they didn't have to shut down, they were working through it. Was you surprised at some of the results and how quick some of the cars was so quickly, or did you kind of expect it?
I was surprised with the McLaren Red Bull thing. I mean, obviously, when we get to predictions, I'll mention it then, but I was genuinely sitting there thinking, I don't know how anything's going to go because obviously they've changed the regs slightly and everything else like that around the batteries, that the only thing I could guarantee is Ferrari's start. So I was like, they've got that sorted. It's the one thing I can guarantee. If they can get off a good start, likelihood is they'll probably go all the way because we don't know anything else about the others. But how wrong was I? But good to see McLaren up there again. Mercedes, not sure. I think Russell's just got in his head.
Do you think?
And Red Bull, bring it.
Yeah, Red Bull's not the welcome McLaren. They started off slow. They do start off slow, don't they, McLaren, though, except for last season where they were absolutely on it.
True.
The Mercedes is still far superior. McLaren has a Mercedes engine, so that's interesting, isn't it? Red Bull's improved, but I just don't think they're not quick enough to match the pace of a Mercedes or a McLaren or a Ferrari.
Do you think Mercedes have improved? Because I feel like McLaren's took a huge leap, like huge. Red Bull have kind of took a leap, and Mercedes haven't really. They've almost come back into the clutches of McLaren when they had such. I mean, they've changed the rules, haven't they, with the kilojoules, and they've. Ted tried to tell us before the race about kilojoules and what they've changed and all this. Has that hindered Mercedes? Like, because it looked like Mario Kart, didn't it? When obviously they were overtaking Russell and Antonelli the last few races. Is it that these rules have brought the field together, or is it the fact that Mercedes have kind of been stood still and McLaren have took this massive leap?
I think it's they've brought them close together. I don't think they've gone backwards. Maybe they've just kind of slowed in getting better. I think the others have just caught up with them.
Yeah.
Kimi Antonelli is a good driver, but he's not that good a driver in my opinion still. But when you're beating Max Verstappen in qualifying by a good 10th of a second,
what's your reason why he's not a good driver? Do you still think it's rookie?
Yeah, he's young, man. He's young. It's too young, surely. 60, second season, isn't it? He's 19.
But he's pasting Russell. Where's Russell gone?
I just think he's got
pizza.
I say that it's naivety, to be honest, but look what he's done in the past 3 races. Put it on pole, won the race. So, I mean, what more evidence do you want?
Yeah. I think you're right, James. Russell's in his head. But is it all the talk about Max in the background that's in his head, or is it the fact that a 19-year-old is basically beating him hands down?
I think it's we've all seen the meme, haven't we? And it's that one where he's like got his hands up here, he's got and it's that, you know, you've driven shit cars all your life, you finally get in a good car, you've got the great opportunity, and then some 19-year-old rookie is absolutely pasting you every week. So I think it's a bit of that. I mean, you look at that first race. Russell owned that. He absolutely obliterated everyone. And then the week after, you know, Antonelli's like, oh, I can do that too. And then he just kept doing it.
I saw I can't remember who said it, but I saw an interesting comment, and then it kind of made me think. Antonelli, these cars have been described as video game cars, sim racing cars, with all the boosts and overtake mode and, you know, managing the boost over the lap with the engine, blah, 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 blah. I saw someone say the reason Antonelli has took to it quicker is because of his age, and he's probably grown up being a sim racer and on games. So for him, it's just like a real life game. And I was like, I don't know if I see that, because they've all grown up in go-karts and they must have various different modes and attack modes and everything. But then when you think, Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso certainly didn't, because it was all analog racing, wasn't it? Pedal to the metal. That's it, kind of. Go as hard as you can. None of this saving bollocks with tyres and engine. Is it a case of, it's like, you know, you play football or rugby, and then it's like this young kid turns up and fucking skins you and megs you, and you think, yeah, he's been on FIFA and he's learnt all these flicks and tricks and stuff, and you think, is that why he's winning? I don't know.
I can see the theory with sim racing. I couldn't tie it in with playing FIFA, because if I'm kicking a ball around, I'm not suddenly going to be thinking, right, if I press X.
It's not working.
Yeah. I went up, down, left, right, A, and start at the beginning, but I still can't choose what race I want to play. I kind of get the theory of the sim racing thing, but if that was the case, then why isn't Verstappen doing as well as he could, seeing as though that's all that guy used to do in his spare time, and until, well, he pinch Leclerc's missus.
Fact.
Was it Leclerc's missus?
No, it was.
What was it?
It was Kvyat's.
That was it.
Yeah, that is a fact. That's not rumor. That is fact.
I think it's because Kimi Antonelli is a bit fearless because of his age.
Yeah,
I think it's his second season, so again, fearless.
He's just good.
And I think he's got.
He's good.
You've got Toto as your biggest fan supporting him. You've got the legend that is Bono supporting him.
Bono is getting a lot of credit, rightly so, because he's been through it with Lewis. He's probably that one engineer where he's the calming influence. I'm really surprised that when Lewis left, George didn't say, no offence to my engineer, but can I have Bono?
Can I just say as well, he must have some of the coolest fucking ringtones on his phone.
Oh,
Bono, yeah.
Bono.
No, fucking Antonelli. Because think about it, if I was Antonelli and I've got Toto Wolff ringing me, I've got fucking Africa playing on my phone. If I've got Bono ringing me, I've got something like Streets Have No Name or fucking Vertigo or something like that. It's like, how fucking cool is this? I've either got U2 or fucking, Plains of Africa playing.
That is true. I didn't actually think that was the way it was going to go. I'm so glad it did. But yeah, that is true.
And all Russell's got is fucking Randy Newman singing "You've Got a Friend in Me."
Yeah, it's. I think Bono gets a lot of credit. Definitely, I think he's. I still don't think Antonelli will do it over the season because, like you said, he's 19. He's going to have a blip. And it's I suppose it's how Bono handles that.
I think Kimi Antonelli, because of his age and his inexperience, has probably left everything is under the guidance of his peers and the people in Mercedes. So with that, it's all come to fruition now, isn't it? He's definitely got the fastest car, the best car. He's got the best support system around him. The only thing, and he's got the best guidance. So he's got the best focus at the minute. So he's definitely hot. He's definitely hot, as opposed to a George Russell who, in his head, in every essence maybe, but also he might have had something to do with the car, the mechanics, preparation. Maybe wants to do it his own way. Maybe picks the wrong way. Maybe he's not. Maybe been misguided in certain situations, or yeah, I think Kimi Antonelli is. The more you think about Kimi Antonelli, the more you think he's got the recipe for success, hasn't he, this season? But I just have a doubt. I still stick by my doubt of he's just too young. He's just too young to be a world champion, I feel. Just a bit too young. There's something that's not quite right. And it's a long season. And when it's going good, it's going great, but it's how you bounce back from defeats, problems, issues. But then he's got the right support system around him. So it's going to be a close season. I don't think he's going to be world champion, but he's definitely capitalising at the minute.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, so sprint quali, Norris was pole, Kimi second, Piastri third, Leclerc fourth, Verstappen fifth, then Russell Hamilton, Colapinto, Hadjar, Gasly. I mean, sprint quali, there wasn't really a lot to talk about. It was pretty much standard. Sprint race. I mean, we're just praising Antonelli. He had a terrible start, dropped to fourth, and almost fell behind Russell. and then it was demoted to P6 after the checkered flag due to track limits violation. Just looking through the notes, I can't really see much else on the sprint race, to be honest.
No.
Miami
back to normal.
Yeah, I know they've tweaked with these rules, and it's kind of a mixture. Miami is very like Monaco. There's not a lot of overtaking. It's a bit of a narrow track. There's some bits you can overtake more than Monaco, but not a lot. And then with a tweak of the rules, it's almost brought it back to being. They've almost sapped the fun out of this exciting Formula One that we saw for 5 laps. Like James said, still seeing the fast starting Ferraris. Mercedes are having a problem starting. Max is having problems starting. But it kind of So Norris won sprint race, Piastri second, Leclerc third, and then it was Russell, Verstappen, Antonelli, Hamilton, Gasly, Hadjar, Colapinto. That was the top 10. Like I say, I'm struggling to actually think of anything from the sprint race that kind of caught my eye, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I don't think it's not much really, is there? I know somebody was on fire at the start, wasn't he?
Oh, Hulkenberg, of course he was, yeah. Yeah, his car set alight on the way to the grid, yeah.
Yeah, so that was disappointing. Yeah, nothing else really to harp home about at all. The sprint race, it's still here, but it's probably got even worse with the. Has it got worse with the current format, the engines that we have now, and the powertrains?
No, at the start of the season when it was all power and everything else like that, the sprint was good. I did enjoy the last sprint race, but then after they not reverted it, but they kind of cut it down again, it just went back to a standard sprint race of the last 2 years where and they've started, nothing happens, it's finished. It's genuinely wherever you start, that's the points you're going to have at the end. Just give them the fucking points.
Yeah. So, not much in that. So we'll go to quali. Obviously, short turnaround. Like Tony just said, Hulkenberg's car was on fire. He did manage to qualify P11 for Audi, which was a pretty good going considering the brakes were on fire. Carlos Sainz putting his usual Netflix Drive to Survive quotes on film for him, saying how much the team's shit and how much he should be faster and fighting for better positions. So he'll definitely be on Drive to Survive next year. Was there any shocks in Q1? Lindblad, Alonso, Stroll, Bottas, Perez, Bortoletto. No, not really. Q2, Hulkenberg, Lawson, Behrman, Sainz, Ocon, Albon knocked out. So again, great, well done Hulk and Audi for getting to 11th. But I mean, Williams have they took a bit of a step? Yes, because they're getting to Q2, not Q1. Lawson being Lawson. And then Q3. Literally.
As you tell this, it was a great race.
It was fantastic. So Antonelli was pole, Max second, Leclerc third, Norris, Russell, Hamilton, Piastri, Colapinto, Gasly, Hulkenberg. So yeah, I mean Piastri messed up quali a little bit, so he was down in 7th. Obviously, Max putting a stonking lap in to be second. Fair play, Max. Lewis again. Go on.
Still Kimi Antonelli pole. So
Yeah.
They're head and shoulder, not head and shoulder. Well, they are head and shoulders above the rest.
Mm. Hadjar was disqualified for his airbox was too big. I mean, how dare he have too big an airbox? I'm just looking at some of the times. I mean, what was Pearl? Pearl was 127.7. When you look at Bortoletto, 133. So it's a massive difference. Massive difference.
Yeah, but then look at George Russell. 128.197. Lando Norris 128.183. So there's like what, there's a tenth that splits 3 drivers. So it's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
I mean, we had the news about Alex Zanardi passing away. That kind of hit. Big news about, I mean, we've got 6 minutes till the break. Big news about Max's engineer.
Yes, I was going to raise this. Interesting. Is this GP?
GP Lambiase. Yeah.
GP. Well, let me get to the actual. So I don't want to fuck this up because this is very interesting. Laurent Mekies claims that GP will be team principal at McLaren. The team quickly comes out to deny this. This is from a source. It's not mine. GP is going to be team principal at McLaren, so I can only wish him the best. And then Zach Brown has supposedly clapped back and said, apparently he knows something I don't. I already have a great team principal. We're incredibly happy with Andrea. So I don't know what's going on there. If I was Andrea Stella, I'd be worried.
Yeah. I mean, the line was GP's gone for a promotion. We couldn't stop him. Max kind of said the same as well, didn't he? He's better in his career. And then all of a sudden McLaren was like, no, we have a team principal.
Yeah. Interesting, that, isn't it? Very interesting.
Something fishy going on.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like Stella. I don't mind him, but
no.
There's also a rumor, isn't there, that this is part of a plan to maybe pull a Max Verstappen to McLaren, isn't there?
Yeah. Who would he replace?
Whiny little bitch.
Yeah, I would say him probably.
Do you think?
Yeah. He was sniffing around everywhere else, isn't he?
Probably already, yeah. Probably is. I mean, yeah. Yeah, watch his space. Do you want to take a break here and then we'll come back straight back and we're going to have round 2 of Tony live watching the highlights of the race and us intervening with comments.
Because it went so well last time.
It'll just end up of 5 minutes of silence of Tony watching said race and me and James have nothing to say.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
It was good because I paused it. It was like a watch along / live review.
Really well last time. He was giving out on names. Oh, and there's Bartlett, and then also went, and there's a green one.
Yeah.
Orange car's going really quick now.
Look, the fans have spoken. It's coming back. Tony, you've been requested. They enjoyed it so much. The green and the red cars. Let's talk about them. So we'll come back straight away.
Yes. See you on the other side.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Hey, you. Yeah, you that's listening right now. Thanks very much for tuning into this episode of Straight to the Apex, the Formula One podcast from CookieCast. If you're enjoying this episode, why not like, share and subscribe? Whilst you're there, feel free to check out some of the other podcasts that CookieCast has to offer. If you like football, we got a football podcast. NFL more your thing? Then the Laces Out podcast is for you. Maybe even a little bit of the wrestling. Just look for the Getting Over podcast on CookieCast. Maybe you want to listen to Andy's Darkest Timeline. it's there too. So, the F1 boys have probably got themselves a drink. It's time to get back to the action.
And we are back for part 2. Obviously, I forgot to say thanks to CookieCast, thanks to Andy, our saviour, leader, veteran of the podcast. I know his work's cut out with a certain member of the team, mentioning their name, James.
I've been quite quiet today.
Do you know you've been on your best behaviour today?
Best behaviour today.
You have.
Didn't even make any comments about Alonso conceiving his child in his cockpit. Oh, shit. Sorry.
We're after 8:30 now, so Watershed's gone. Just be abusive as you want. So the fans spoke. We listened. The watch along of the Miami Grand Prix.
Oh, God.
Episode 2. Tony Rawson, take it away.
All right then, guys. Are you ready? This is the race start of the 2026 Miami GP.
Was there a red one? A blue one?
There's an orange one.
An orange one? Wow.
Here we go. Right then. I'm gonna let me just playback speed 1. Yeah, that's better. Don't make myself even more difficult. Right, ready, go. Lights out, and the cars then set off. Because we don't want to infringe anybody else's whatever that's called. Anyway, crap start by the silver car. Terrible. Don't know who that is. Ferrari, straight off the bat. Oh my God, Max Verstappen is on the inside of the first corner, but he has braked late with Kimi Antonelli, who's gone off the circuit. Leclerc has then took the lead, and then in the second corner, my camera angle and everybody's at home was Max Verstappen drifting round the second corner, and I thought, what a fucking G. But then he was then backwards, facing the wrong way on the third corner, and I thought, oh my God, if there was a place that you don't want to crash in a race, it's then. It's then. But because he's amazing, he did a 360 and he's pulled it back. He went down, a few orange car past him, and even a pink car passed him as well. As we carry on.
Pause it there. Someone said...
thoughts, guys? Any thoughts of the first few corners?
Someone said Max Verstappen's 360 spin was luck, that he managed to catch it and carry on. It was a former racing driver on Sky Sports, and it wasn't Jensen Button. I don't know if it was... or was it on the BBC podcast? Basically, a pundit said, oh, it was lucky. It wasn't lucky. It does. It was pretty class, wasn't it? The fact that no one hit him, he spun around and he managed to kind of catch it in 4 cars past him? That's not bad when you've gone 360.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking balls of steel as well.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to put that 2 penny worth in. That it was luck, apparently.
Okay, I agree. Lucky that nobody hit him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, reactions of other drivers around him were equally, not as equally as good as the save 360, but pretty damn good that everybody missed him. Yeah.
Yeah. That was okay. We'll say that then. It was skill. A lot of skill. But we carry on. We carry on and we go around the cabana section, but we're going to have a replay for some reason. We don't need a replay. I just explained it all. Yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe a bit of skill. Anyway, we carry on. Leclerc's miles ahead. Kimi's behind him, and then his 2 orange cars, a silver, and still a pink car's quite high up. But that pink car's just collided with a Lewis Hamilton, I think. It's then 4 abreast going around the cabana section. a yellow car, which we've never really seen before. What did we think to that livery?
All right, actually, I quite liked it. Although it did look like a car in a high-vis jacket. That was a pretty good explanation of it. Health and safety gone wrong.
It reminds me of like there used to be a yellow car a few decades ago as well.
Jordan.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. It did look like, say, a cross between a high vis or if the car was coming towards them and they had a yellow tin of paint and they threw it at it. Like, it kind of splashed all over. Yeah. But it was all right. It was different.
Different. Anyway, we carry on. Big, long straight Miami, which we haven't really talked about. That wing that the Ferrari had has come in clutch there, but it's still followed by Kimi Antonelli, two orange cars that resemble a McLaren, and a Russell Bustle with his cowboy hat on. Hamilton, a pink car, a yellow car, and then a Max Verstappen who's now driving extremely aggressive to try and pull back his places. He's just gone under Carlos Sainz. As we come to the close of the second lap, Max Verstappen is still rubbing shoulders with Carlos Sainz, but he has retained 9th place. But it hasn't, because we live in an electrical era where Sainz comes back, but then his batteries ran out, so Max Verstappen has then got him on the inside of the first corner, and we're in the midfield. And now we're in lap 3. George Russell is on the back of Piastri, and because we live in a shitty battery era, he has passed him going into the first corner. So the Mercedes of George Russell powering through. We then also have another Mercedes powering through, going past Antonelli in one of the final corners of lap 4. And Leclerc is now second, followed by Norris, followed by Russell, followed by Piastri, Hamilton, Colapinto. We carry on into lap 5. And because I haven't paid for YouTube, whatever, I've now got an advert on the screen. So, booking.com, booking.yeah.
Can I just say 2 of my highlights while the advert's on?
Yes.
A pink car and Hamilton. That was a great highlight. We live in an electrical era. It's possibly one of the best lines I've heard for a long time.
You won't get that from Brundle or anybody, guys. Come on. Anyway.
Those are the drivers.
It looks like Leclerc's just passed Antonelli, but we're going to go back to a replay, and it's Isaac Hadjar absolutely beating the shit out of his cockpit. Yeah, he seems to have crashed. Yeah, and he's definitely beating down on that cockpit. Yeah, very unfortunate, very upset. And now there's a pink car on its side. That's disappointing as well. Gasly, there's a safety car. Isaac Hadjar clipped the inside of the corner and then went flying in. What were your thoughts about that, guys? Disappointing?
I'm just glad that your mic didn't cut out at a really, really bad time there, because that could have sounded like something else that Hadjar was beating down on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Looked worse than it was, wasn't it? It was slow motion.
Considering what kind of happens next.
Yeah, it was a yellow car that had flipped the pink car of Gasly over and onto the barrier, which was unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Anyway, lap 12, Leclerc is winning. Norris, Antonelli, Russell, Piastri, Hamilton. I think this is about the time where I fell asleep now. Because I do not remember any of this. So this is all new to me as well. This is almost like a live watch along now for me. Anyway, lap 13, it must not have been that interesting because Lando Norris is now about to pass Charles Leclerc and he becomes the new race leader with Antonelli, who is third. Piastri is fourth, but they're very bunched up. Very, very bunched up. And as I say that, Kimi Antonelli has now passed Leclerc, who tries to fight back in the Cabana section, but to no avail. We're jumped to lap 17 now. And this is Verstappen breaking very late on the Albon Williams, who brings it back and then shuts the door going into the last corner to start lap 17. So we are then coming up to the first corner, which Max Verstappen then gets him back because he is a world-class driver, if not the best. Anyway, lap 21, Verstappen is now slowly moving up the field. George Russell has pitted. And now we've moved on to lap 22. There's a Leclerc also in the pit lane. Lap 22 window. A lot of cars coming in for hard compounds here. And he comes out just in front of a red car, but now it's lap 27 and Charles Leclerc is still ninth because that was Verstappen passing Hamilton. And Antonelli is now in the pit now. As two cars come screaming down past him. It's all going to a bit of shit now because they're all kind of pitting in at different points in different laps. And this is where we find out really who's going to win the race, who's got the best strategy. The rain is coming very slowly. And Antonelli comes out third, Verstappen second, Piastri first, who is yet to pit. Lap 29, Lindblad still letting past cars because he is a little bit shit in that Red Bull. In that Red Bull. Damn it, that wasn't Lindblad, that was Max Verstappen, I think. And Max Verstappen again on the inside against Norris. Norris then fights back. Antonelli is in the lead, miles in the lead at this point. Colapinto's up to 4th on lap 30, which is incredible. But he has yet to pit, guys. He has yet to pit. Leclerc passes Russell, which is interesting. Both on hard tyres. Lap 36, Norris is on the back of Antonelli.
Is any of this new to you, or are we still
this
new?
This is all pretty new. This is all
right, okay.
This is all very new to me now because I think I've just seen Piastri go past Russell, which is interesting. Because that must mean that Russell is just not as strong as he was in these first few races, and McLaren has definitely caught up. 100% caught up. And more red cars going past Red Bull cars. Interesting, very interesting. Lap 49. Who's this? Verstappen getting passed again by another McLaren, another orange car. So he's going backwards. But luckily, thank God to everybody, we're on the last lap here. Leclerc is limping home here. I wonder why. It's because I know why, because this is the point that I woke up and I saw a certain Ferrari of Charles Leclerc going flying into the wall. But for some reason, we're not going to see this on this replay, which is extremely sad. We might cut back to it now in the highlights. We are going to cut back to it in the highlights. We've got Leclerc hot on the tail of Piastri, and he has span out and hit the wall. I didn't think he hit it that hard.
No, not.
So to have the damage that he had, because then he started limping home, didn't he?
Yeah.
Everybody decided to try and pass him. But Kimi Antonelli's miles ahead. 3 seconds behind him is Norris. 24 seconds behind him is then Piastri. Russell has just nipped past Leclerc. Does Verstappen? Oh, I think he does just, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Yeah, so Leclerc back down with Lewis Hamilton 7th. Colapinto 8th, Sainz 9th, Albon 10th. So it was Kimi Antonelli in his beautiful purple overalls that wins the race, and he extends his lead at the top of the championship. Yeah.
What did you think to the race? what did you think to the purple overalls?
I like it. I liked it.
Yeah,
definitely Miami, wasn't it? Definitely Miami.
It was definitely Miami.
Just yeah. The powertrain, the new rules, new regs, it's ruining F1, isn't it? And we all know that. Attendances are down, viewership's down. Everybody who's ever drove a car is saying this is crap. Anybody that's raced a car is saying it's crap. And that's brought out actually this week that they may be going back to V8s in the very near future. And even for next year, they're going to try and decrease the power that the electrical unit has.
I can't see him going back to V8s. Not in this work world that we live in. I can maybe see him rebalancing the electrical power and the engine, but there's not a chance in hell they'll go to full blown V8s because all the tree huggers will come out and absolutely kick up a fuss.
It's a form of racing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we are going. We joked about it. It is going closer to Mario Kart. Closer and closer.
I mean,
yeah.
Again, thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it was worth. I mean, found out that he fell asleep and that was all new to you. That was quite a good highlight.
I didn't miss much.
No, he didn't, to be fair. Verstappen got a lot of negative comments all weekend saying just because he was in the midfield, he decided he could just barge everybody out the way. That's Max Verstappen.
He's been barging people his whole career.
Exactly.
Where
Nothing new. Nothing new there. I mean, he got a 5-second penalty after the race for crossing the line at the pit exit. It was marginal, but he did cross the line. So the penalty is a penalty.
But it didn't impact.
No. Leclerc got a 20-second penalty added at the end, dropped him down to 8th for driving. Well, he was cutting all the corners, wasn't he? Because he basically couldn't steer the car, and the fact that he was driving a dangerous car. I mean, Max got him, George got him. So, again, it dropped him a few places, but nothing major, really. I mean, Leclerc, that first corner, made a great move, didn't he? Obviously, the other two went sliding off, and you just knew straight away how we positioned that car. He just went through the middle of them, and off he went. But
I was really looking forward to that start because of the position that the drivers was in. It would because I was kind of sitting there thinking, you've got. I think Norris was second, if I remember rightly. So, but the out of the top 5, apart from Antonelli, the next 4, they were just going to be fighting each other because each one was going to be putting pressure on. And I think Russell was chasing Norris, but he had Verstappen behind or something like that. And I was just like, them lot are all just going to be going at it. And Antonelli is just going to be like, ciao. Just gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, them Ferraris, their starts are just...
Yeah, crazy. So, I mean, as Tony said, Antonelli won, Norris second, Piastri third, Russell fourth, Verstappen fifth, Lewis sixth, Pinto 7th, Leclerc dropped down to 8th, Sainz 9th, Albon 10th. Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll were 1 lap behind, Bottas was 2 laps behind. We had Hülkenberg, Lawson, Gasly, Hadjar, all did not finish. Yeah, that was the race. I mean, anything else before we go into predictions? As in, race-wise, weekend-wise? Obviously, Naomi Schiff was back out the wardrobe and not offering much in her commentary, barring repeating anything that Jensen Button said.
I thought it was interesting they moved the race. I understand why, and I'm glad they did. But...
That's all about Miami. The most interesting thing is, they moved it.
I mean, I did like Jimmy Kimmel at the beginning, and I liked how some of the Americans acted with Martin Brundle, like they would be fans. But was that just fake for telly?
I think that. Don't you think they were all very friendly with Martin Brundle?
Very friendly.
Seemed very excited.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to eat the microphone, which was a bit weird.
It's like
almost like there's British media walking around, and you need to be. I don't know. It had an element of like a bit too much.
Yeah,
it did. I can't remember who else Martin stopped. Was it a sports person? Or...
It was the actor, the Irish actor. What's his name?
Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
that's it. And it's Colin Farrell. And he sounded like he knew a bit because he's been a fan for quite a while.
Yeah, he did, to be fair. And then, then you went
Yeah,
to Jimmy Kimmel.
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. Why is he shouting all the time? Yeah. So, yeah, interesting. I mean, we've got another 3-week break now to Canada. Canada is also a sprint weekend, which I didn't find out until yesterday, which I do like Canada as a racetrack, but we say this, and the last 2 races at Canada have been shit, which we say this every week. Yeah, could really do without it being a sprint weekend, like you say, because it's a lot of sport coming up. City potentially in the playoff final. Rovers potentially in the Challenge Cup final. I'm away on holiday as of Saturday.
All the same week, yeah, it is.
It's the back-to-back weekends. So at Canadian Grand Prix is the same weekend as City potentially being in the playoff final, and then the week after could be Rovers at Wembley for Challenge Cup. So, but again, why have we got 3 weeks off? Why have we got 3 weeks off? We've just had a 5-week break. Granted, it's because of a war in various places, but it's another 3-week break, and it's like you're going from Miami to Canada. Don't take 3 weeks. But anyway,
but think of the corporate. That's why I was surprised with the move for 3 hours. Like the amount of corporate stuff that must be around these races. Like they've probably been planned. They have been planned years in advance. Tickets, like they can't move it, can they? They can't just think, oh, we'll just put a race in there. Like Silverstone is. How much money does Silverstone make? And it'll sell out. So just put an extra Silverstone on. It's not that easy, is it? Because
how late would you have been if they moved the race 3 hours forward?
Well, I still fucked up because I was like, I think I watched some football and was like, oh, I've got to wait till 7 now. And then I was like, I'll just put this on. And then suddenly the credits started. I was like, oh, must be 6 then. I was like, fucking hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
This season's a write-off already. Something needs to happen. Something big needs to get this season going.
I think we haven't heard the last of the races being cancelled either. I think there's quite a lot. Baku is in jeopardy, I think. I mean, there's contingency plans apparently, but we won't be travelling anywhere near the Middle East.
No.
So I mean, like I say, I've got to be careful. I can't slag him off, but the big orange tangerine keeps saying he's won the war. Then it's doing something else. Then he's doing something else. And it's like, I can see this dragging on all year. So then you come into more races, the title decider at the end of the season. It all could be in jeopardy. Like you said, they need to do something. They could quite happily hold it at Silverstone and sell it 4 times over in 1 year, just as a one. But will they? Probably not, because they'll do something stupid and take it, I don't know, somewhere we haven't raced before, or some shitty street circuit where you can't overtake. They'll do something stupid.
If there's an extra race, how much do you bet it's going to be in America?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. At Indy, we'll just do a big oval. 500 laps. Alonso and Stroll will still be slow. Yeah. It'll be in America. I wouldn't even be surprised if they shoe on the New York City one early or something stupid.
Mm.
But Yeah. So anyway, predictions, James.
But yeah. Hey-ho. So predictions. I mean, is there any fucking point?
Well, someone got a point.
Huh?
Someone got a point, didn't they?
Hang on a minute.
Did they? Who was fed?
How organised I am, can't you, right now? Because I was like,
Leclerc, no.
no, I'm sorry. You lose a point because you put the whiny bitch in there.
No.
One. But yeah, Mark, you went Russell, Leclerc, Piastri. You got one for the whiny little fucking bitch. So you're on 12.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed by the score.
I'm
just disappointed in you.
I know. Sorry.
Wanker. One full time out of that. No. Wankers.
Deserved. Fully deserved.
Tony, you went Hamilton, Antonelli. You started on 4. You're still on 4, bitch. And I went Hamilton, Antonelli. Yeah, I'm still on 6. Because I was like, nah, Ferrari's going to fucking nail this.
And they let us down. They bought the most upgrades, and I thought, I tell you what, they're going to do it, and they let us down.
Sort out their tyre deck. It's a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that means we are currently, Mark is on 12, I'm on 6, Tony's on 4.
Nice. Canada.
Would you like to? Canada.
Yes. I am going to stick with the current race winner. Antonelli is going to get another one in the bag. Come on, you 19-year-old Italian. Closely followed by Lando Norris. Closely followed by Max Verstappen.
Ooh.
No Ferraris. I'm going to go Tony.
I don't think Kimi Antonelli can win it again. So I think I'm going to go Lando Norris to win.
Ooh.
Kimi Antonelli second. Charles Leclerc third.
Interesting. Mr. Stainforth.
So I have gone Antonelli for the win.
Ooh.
Wow.
All I'm going to say is, Tony, you were saying everything you said about Antonelli last year about Norris. Now she's like, nah, forget about it. He's got it. He's going to do it. It's all good, motherfucker. Who knows? So, yeah, I've gone Antonelli for the win. Leclerc second. Norris third.
Are the McLarens back? Or was this just a blip?
I mean, Mercedes apparently have got a big upgrade package for Canada. They brought a tiny-ish upgrade package for this one, Miami. They've got a massive upgrade package for Canada. What I will say is McLaren are always slow starters because they're very methodical. They basically bring a car to the first couple of races that is Bobby Basic, no aero package on it, just get a baseline, and then they can add parts quick. It worked last year, nearly worked the year before. Is this their package that puts them in contention this year? Don't know. Other teams like Ferrari just bolt any old thing on, and if it works, it way. If it doesn't, which it normally doesn't, then they're fucked. It'll be interesting to see what Mercedes do, because then they have a bit of a mixed bag, don't they, with upgrades. They're either really good or they're really bad. Everyone thought they'd dominate with this new engine era like they did the last new engine era. Is the domination over after 5 races? We'll see.
We'll see.
We will. No. Canada, like I say, Canada's normally, it's not a track. Again, it's a bit of a hybrid street track. Not overly keen that we've got another sprint weekend, but I think that we might get a good race. Because this power thing that they've tweaked, they can tweak race by race as well. So will they tweak it again and give them more power? And apparently quali's going to get more on the limit. It won't be slowing down at the end of the straights. And obviously Canada's got a nice big straight, which will be very interesting. If the cars start slowing down halfway down that straight, then we're fucked, aren't we? As a sport, really.
Yes.
So, big test. Big test.
Shall see.
Well, I think we've done well tonight. We've got give the fans what they wanted. We've also slagged Formula One off as usual. Tony fell asleep during the race.
As usual. He
hasn't had to rush we couldn't record last week because Tony had tummy troubles, so he didn't want to shit himself again on camera. So
yes.
You've got by without any accidents?
100%,
I feel like we should have that
100%.
countdown, like a nuclear power plant, like days since disaster. We can go to like five episodes now. So we're doing well. Well, that's me done. After tomorrow I'm on holiday mode, so see you guys. Sorry.
Enjoy.
Thank you. And I will be back. I will actually be back to record after the race because I'll be able to watch it on Tuesday and then record on the Wednesday. So hopefully I'll be not as tanned as Donald Trump, but somewhere near will do.
Have a good time. Yeah. Have a good time.
Thanks. So thanks to you guys. Thanks to Andy. Thanks to CookieCast. Thanks to any listeners we have. Andy, easy one to vet this week. James has been on his best behaviour. Do you want to end on a sour note and give him something to edit out?
I'm too tired to think of anything.
Excellent. And on that note, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and see you all soon. Bye.
See you in a bit, guys.
Bye.
So there we go. Lovely to have the boys back. We've missed them here at CookieCast. And I'm sure you've missed them too. Why don't you send them some love? Click that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Check out our website, thecookiecast.com. There we've got social media links and an email button, and that way you can get in touch with us. Drop these guys a line. Say, hey, we missed you. Glad you're back. That's it for this one. Until next time, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then.
Thanks for listening. If you like this episode of CookieCast, please like, share and subscribe.